What is going on YouTube? Hitting back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at some of the major cryptocurrencies. We are going to be looking at Cardano as well, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and the S&P 500, as I do believe there are some very interesting things we do need to discuss and go over in today's episode. The way the markets have been forming out, yesterday we made a video talking about basically the last chance opportunity for these markets to see some sort of bullish correction in the next couple of days to hopefully get us back out of this bearish trend that's starting to form. Unfortunately, it didn't happen yesterday, which is okay. We discussed this, but I'm putting out this emergency immediate video that you guys have to watch till the end because there are some vital, key, important topics to discuss as markets are starting to shift more towards a bearish side, and you guys have to know how to short this market and capitalize off runs to the downside. We talk about it on Discord, we talk about it on Patreon, so definitely make sure to check it out, as I have pretty much put together what could be a life-saving video for some of you guys in the market. I am going to be explaining what I'm going to be doing moving forward, so definitely make sure to check it out. If you are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, as this does help support the YouTube algorithm. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at CryptoVOfficial. This way, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can DM me over there. And let's get us above 30K. We're literally like 40 subscribers away, so let's definitely make sure to jump on that and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Otherwise, let's jump into today's episode. Alright guys, so as you can see, to start right off the bat, top 10 cryptocurrencies, everything is starting to fall lower. And I know to most people, seeing this market all red might be a little scary to some, but if you'll notice in a second that when I flash to some of the major altcoins that we have to discuss today, none of them are really being affected that hard as you might think. Just in the past couple of days alone, we've seen the coin swing up, then we've seen it swing down, and that's pretty much where we're at. So it's really no remarkable correction, something that we haven't seen in the past, so I'm really not too worried in the slightest. Now, the only coin that is actually seeing a significant drop that I've noticed is Cardano. Cardano is dropping back down to its support, and I do have quite a bit to discuss about Cardano if you're interested. But to jump right into today's episode, I want to show you guys all the altcoins and the way they're forming out right now. Then we'll swing over to XRP in depth. But you can see the way XRP is forming. We have Ethereum here, we have Bitcoin, we have Cardano, and then we have the S&P 500 right here. So there are a few major topics to discuss. I'm going to start with XRP right now. So honestly, yesterday's video, what we discussed was the way this coin was forming, how we've pretty much hit this daily moving average. And this is a vital support level for the coin. If we manage to break below the vital support level in XRP, there is going to be a major correction to the downside, a major short, which honestly, if you guys want me to just target the way things are looking right now, I would honestly wouldn't be surprised if we break below this daily moving average right here and immediately start to tumble back down to support, which will be at 30 cents. This is going to be a big short opportunity. So mainly what we're waiting for is a major flare down or an immediate correction, maybe closer to the end of tonight. If today's candle decides to close below this support level here, we know there's a very good chance that the following day, the candle, or tomorrow morning, there's a good chance the candle is going to close here tonight, and then tomorrow we're going to start to form an even bigger candle, slowly shorting itself to the downside, which I'm going to give some more reason to as we jump into these other altcoins. The other significant thing to pay attention to is XRP is really not looking the best, especially on its daily moving averages, especially the 40 moving average. This is a vital support that we had to hold. You can see in the past, we haven't really broken below here in a very long time. Granted, this is one right over here where the coins did decide to flip, but honestly, we really don't get below here that often. So the fact that we're starting to see this happen right now is definitely a worry, and if we do start to see this confirmation happen, there's a very good chance it is going to drop the market at a significant rate. So really what I'm going to be looking for, my target, is closing this candle tonight below this support level on the daily. The second we see confirmation of that is to buy in, getting ready for a short. That's what I'm going to do, and anticipating a drop back down to 30 cents. I'm going to take advantage of this on XRP on the BitYard chart. I did link it in the description down below, and not only that, I am going to show the other altcoins in the market and how you can capitalize off them on BitYard. But the second we see confirmation of a short, there's a good chance we are going to continue to breach lower. See that pull back down to 30 cents, which I believe is going to be right around here. This is the 30-cent region. I'm just going to draw this for you guys. This is a 30-cent region that I do plan to see the drop to. I know it's going to be significant, but there is a big gap in between where support and resistances are, and that's going to be the target that I pretty much am, kind of predicting. So an immediate short, we're going to go right over here, put in, let's say, 15 times. We put in, let's say, 500 right now. We can leverage trade this. We then click sell short, and we're going to open a short pattern. We can create a stop loss to cover our tracks in case we start to see the market reverse up. This is just to make sure we don't lose any sort of profit within the investment strategies. It's kind of something that I've talked about in the past, so I definitely recommend checking out my other videos if you are interested. But putting that stop loss up once we start to see green, in case we decide to reverse to the upside, at least we can get out, scot-free. So it is something to consider. Now, besides XRP, Ethereum and some of these other altcoins aren't looking too good. And let me explain why. So these lower high formations is something we've discussed. I also want to show you guys what's forming on XRP on the 4-hour. Let me just get off of this. You can see right here what I'm referring to is when we draw some sort of downtrend, this is kind of what we're looking at. Now, I know this is definitely harder, and some people are going to say, well, what about this major wick here? I don't think it's that significant. It might have been a quick flare up, and it doesn't seem like something we should consider, but we're going to be using the other altcoins to discuss and figure out where exactly XRP's pattern is going to be moving to. But there is this downtrend, and it is pretty significant. And we seem to be pinging off of this resistance and creating new lows. And this isn't necessarily a good thing, which it would be right here is 1. This is 2, 3. I'm going to cancel this out as if it didn't happen. And what I mean by that is ignore this movement, this swing right here. But you can see each time we head lower and we try to come back up, we can't seem to break the prior high. And that is sending the coin lower and lower and lower. So if, this continues to play out, there's a chance Bitcoin is going to bounce back up today, ping off of 42 cents and drop lower. It could be easily to 30 cents. The likelihood of it going that low isn't necessarily that huge. I think in the long term, we might be heading down there, but I just want to draw this on for you guys to get a little understanding. So something along the lines of this, to give a better target analysis when we see these movement and these swings, I'm looking at something like this. So another swing right now could swing us down to 35 cents. It could swing us even lower, maybe to 35 cents seems to be appropriate. But we could easily see another touch here, then see that swing, which will bring us down to 35 cents. So it's going to be about a 10-cent drop from hitting this top resistance. But there is some sort of descending fractal that you guys have to pay attention to on the coin. This is the significant value. So a swing down to 35 cents would be the first target in the long-term correction to 30, which would be right around here. It's still a significant drop. I'm not going to lie. It's about having the price that we're currently at. It's a 6-cent drop on the coin. Now, looking at the other cryptocurrencies, because I do find value in this too, the same pattern is also kind of, we're experiencing on all these altcoins, which is why I'm fairly bearish on the coins right now. Not necessarily in trading, but the style that we have towards investing into here. We're not just throwing money and hoping the coin goes up. Now we have to consider the fact that coins are probably going to start to head even lower, and how we can take advantage of those is setting and preparing ourselves up for shorts, preparing ourselves for these swings. You can see these corrections right here. These are 4-hour corrections. Obviously, we can take a step back, look at daily corrections as well. You can see how well this is holding up, but we have to consider coins constantly heading lower. Now, obviously, if at any point, let's say we're shorting the market, let's say we're about to buy in, let's say we create some sort of stop loss. If at any point you see the price of any of these altcoins that I'm about to tell you guys, and XRP, head above the green resistance that we've drawn on, signifying the downtrend, that means we're going to experience a pop. And you have to sell off if you're in it for a short, because we could easily see the coin bounce up. This is something called the ripple effect. We're not taking advantage of this just yet, but for Ethereum, for example, you can see that there is the moving average that we haven't yet, come into contact with. We could easily see these coins pop below here today, and swing us back down to about $1,200. Immediately after that, we could see a pop to the upside. We could immediately reverse through the downtrend and swing back to the upside, but we're only capitalizing off this movement. The second we see this movement fill, that's when we take a step back, watch to see which direction the market's going to trade. If we start to head back up to here, we wait and see, are we going to close above here? Are we not? If we close above here, good chance we're going to see the swing to the upside. This is market movements we have to consider. So to draw that again on the 4-hour, what we're referring to and what we're looking at is ripple effects. We've talked about this in the past. It's possible that after a major dump, we could see a swing, a flash bull trap to the upside, and then immediately heading back down. What I mean is, boom, we start to head lower. We swing up to here. People are like, oh, we're going to continue to head up. No, and then we continue to pump lower. But what we're looking for right now is the fact that we are hitting this resistance here and pulling lower. Good chance we're going to consolidate out for the rest of maybe the next couple of hours. If we do decide to hit here either today or tomorrow, and we don't close above resistance, expect to see a pull and a short opportunity down to $1,200. That's what we're looking for, an immediate short to $1,200. I'm sorry I didn't go into Cardano. I want to do that now. I just got lost in the technical analysis, but the same thing is going to apply itself with Cardano as well. So unlike the other cryptos, this was a very easy ascending triangle to call. There was a clear price ceiling right here. The coin did not want to break through that, and the second we started to see us pinging around on there and playing around at the resistance was giving us a significant advantage that if at any point we decided in the day to break above this resistance, we would see a pop to the upside. This is what I'm referring to. We talk about this when we see resistances here, the price ceiling. If we close a daily above resistance, expect to see a swing to the upside. And I'm going to talk about the 4-hour in a second, but I want to just show you guys. So this was a candle closing above resistance. If we did decide to buy in on this day when the candle closed here, we would have been buying in right there, then and there, and we would have seen an immediate swing to the upside. Obviously, we would have tried to have sold off, or at least at some point move stop losses up just to lock ourselves in. We probably would have sold short at like $1.47, but that would have been enough profit just along the bat. That's kind of my strategy and plan. That candle closes here. Yeah, we did miss out on this run, but the second we close here, we buy in. Because we broke through resistance, we would have been in here. Prices would have swung up. We would have moved the stop loss a little higher. Prices would have swung up again. Stop loss a little higher, and again stop loss a little higher. And then once we started to correct lower, it would have sold us out, and we would have profited. But now that we're starting to see this correction, we do have a beautiful uptrend here that you can see clear as day. We are extremely overextended from the moving average. Daily moving average is out of the question. The second we see confirmation of a break below this resistance, expect to see that, especially if Bitcoin and the other altcoins start to see a reversal as well. But my main focus that I want to talk to you guys about is if we're going to ping off this and head up higher like that and kind of play out along these lines and continue to create these lower highs, or if we immediately start to break through here and start to play around on this, there's a big significant chance we are going to drop back down to the moving average. The other reason I'm getting a little bit more on that bearish side is this is still going to create a higher low. I mean, this is going to create a higher low. We're just going to use the 4-hour as a moving average and a support over the uptrend that we've drawn. But the fact that we're having this bearish cross on the MACD is giving me some sort of significant assumption we could see about a 22% drop to this moving average right here. Swing back down on Cardano to this. So just go into this market as a bearish, looking at this to spread FUD. I mean, don't go out and start telling everyone, that you see, markets are going to be exploding to the downside, yada, yada, yada. But just understand that there's a lot of people that are doing that, and we have to consider looking at these markets and the opportunity that there is shorting available, that this may have hit the top and we are going to start to see bearish reversals. We have to capitalize off these runs to the downside. Bitcoin as well, and this will wrap up today's video, doesn't look too hot. And I know this is unfortunate. We discussed this yesterday. This was the support level right here. We needed to ping off of this, which we did a day or two ago. Then we just consolidated up here. But we needed to hold the support. This is a vital support. coins have been using this. Bitcoin has been using this for quite a bit now, since all of February. We used it here to swing ourselves higher. We used it here to bounce off, and then constantly over and over again. This is being retested as we speak, and it's not looking too hot, if you ask me. Bearish crosses are forming on the MACD. We're starting to see the possibilities of this pinging this downtrend right here. We're also seeing a bearish cross on the moving average. Everything is signifying potentially a big dip coming. So there's a good chance Bitcoin is going to hit here in the next couple of hours and immediately correct back down, pulling ourselves to $40,000, sideways trending, and then we'll see whether or not we break through here again, or if we're going to ping off of here and fall lower. But markets are looking bearish. Consider this as an option when trading. Get ready to buy in for shorts. That's what I'm doing right now. Like I said, no financial advisor. Take my information with a grain of salt. This is just for educational purposes. But I am looking at Bitcoin as this could be seeing a ping off of here and an immediate correction. That's what I'm going to be gambling on and riding on. So whether or not you're using XRP to trade or Bitcoin, we can easily go right here using BitYard, easily considering a short. Back down to 41,890. Let's see how close that is to here. This is 40,800. So that's a little bit farther down, maybe like right here. But definitely seeing what could be a short opportunity in the coin to swing us back down to the moving average right here. That's really where my head's at. We are still undervalued though on the 4-hour, but I do think we are going to be heading much lower. Maybe a swing like this and then kind of setting a wick like that. And then, continuing on. Very similar to here where we had a dump close below the 40-day moving average. But I definitely think that's the next target for today. Moving on, moving so forth. What I meant in Cardano as well is just like this. Cardano has a beautiful uptrend here that is holding onto the coin very well, but at times we do dip below here and retest the 4-hour moving average. Same thing is applying itself with the S&P 500, where we do have this beautiful ascending fractal, but at times prices swing us down lower, we retest the moving average, and then we get back inside of it. So there's a good chance we could hit this again and then swing up. We are retesting this as we speak on the S&P 500 too. We'll see how this opens up tomorrow, but I am anticipating, some sort of correction hitting here and then starting to see ourselves trickle back up. But otherwise, guys, that's going to wrap up today's video. Hopefully I spoke quiet and not quiet, but I wasn't as, fast with my talking, but definitely let me know in the comments down below what you think. Make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up as this does help support the YouTube algorithm, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.